All dressed in black, it is Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, a good HN is in the end zone. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. It's the tight end drop. Motion man is Bell. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. One of the Raiders has got it. And he is going to bring this. Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. Willis now to throw. And he will take this one across. His kick is good.
He's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm. There are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Good blocking.
Destroying the entire game.
The Gonzalez kick is good.
Saw here, they were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
He takes off, and he will.
Exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's in. Here's H.N. And he'll take this one.
It's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. So this one, a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.
Go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did
and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, Mahomes. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball right on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrell Dodson. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he's going to go down yet again. He has has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 7.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Willis now to throw. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd, and now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Throwing is Willis. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss with Walker. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. He's got it at the 3. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more.
The Chiefs will set up.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Dolphins 14.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Willis. This one complete to Atwell. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
And he's close to another 1st down. He'll step out right at that 1st down marker.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. A run out of the gun with H.M. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Now, faking the give. Forced out wide. Off he goes. And he will score. Game on. Malik Willis. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Dolphins are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
Dolphins 21.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. On first down, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Mahomes. Rice open, he's got it, and he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. That's 3rd down coming up.
Now, breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have a Chiefs first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. But they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Chiefs. First down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Pass caught right side by Thornton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 44-yard line.
Quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he'll get 2 on this one being taken down.
The tackle made by Jordan Gross. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Mahomes back. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short. And that's going to make it 4th down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a 1st down to boot.
So they're playing cover 2 man, Mike, so every underneath defender has to play inside leverage technique. That's the way they teach you. Play trail, be under the receiver, force that ball to be thrown deep up over your head. But his ball placement was on point, and that defender's just unable to make the play.
Now he takes off.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He'll take off again. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
That's good.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now he'll run it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He's got the tight end. That's Greg Dulcich. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Willis now to throw. He finds Hill. That's caught. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
Now, 1st and goal. Send a man in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Out of coverage. Excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Play fake. He'll look to throw. He keeps, and this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Dolphins 28.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick.
And that is a big-time play to somehow come up with the onside kick. But now, Mike, there's enough time to maybe run 1 or 2 plays, but you have to give your kicker a chance to push this thing into overtime.
Here's 1st down. Motion man is Bell. Willis. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
1st down and goal.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot, drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. So here is Zane Gonzalez in a pressure situation. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll send a man in motion left. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First down.
Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pick.
On the move, past the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Throwing, Willis. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Willis. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Dulcich now brought in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Miami.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
A run up the middle with H.N. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
A 40-yard attempt.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin, and that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. So, the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass. And now, since we are in overtime, all challenges come from the replay officials. So, we will get another look at this one. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run the draw with Walker. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. And the Chiefs have a first down.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly. Hands the ball off to the back. Big pickup.
And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by their rookie corner. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They knew a field goal would do it. And a
at an important third down. Willis looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Price now to return. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Murray going to throw. He gets it to Addison. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mason going to get it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Play action. Now it's Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th
Give him
down.
big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Willis looking to throw it. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, giving a yard up to the 49. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
To throw, here's Willis. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Miami. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over first
and now out
10
comes Minnesota.
On 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Murray now. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Willis. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Willis out of the gun. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Willis on the sneak. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
2 yards on the play.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
LHN on 1st and 10. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like he knows coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe, close to let this slip away.
Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the first down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a 4 sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Willis. Got it to Bell on the out route.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with Mason. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. This is caught by Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. There's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Open man, that's Felton.
What a drive this has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Murray again. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Onside kick is recovered.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a 2nd and 5. A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd down and 6.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Willis back to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him and we will step aside. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 8, 70 seconds remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Murray to throw. He's got Mason complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a gain of
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
To throw is Murray. gets up past the 45 before being tackled. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Murray. Throw out wide is incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Murray, one final try. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over.
And 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
On first down, Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. Second down, Burrow. Back into the hands of Yosibas. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Bengals. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Will line up for the 2-point
And now
conversion.
movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. is good. So add one, and we have a final score as this game is over. So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Off balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Willis. He'll step up and run. And a nice run. It'll be close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Makes it
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
And
defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Once again, it's Achane. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He was taken down by Boye Mafe. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is out of bounds. That's a gain of 16 yards. And it sets up 1st and goal.
First down.
Big-time completion right there. And this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That one out wide to Achan. And he's in. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up one, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Makes the score Dolphins 26, Bengals 18.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Bengals take over.
The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. First down throw for Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Here's Brown. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Andre Yosivas was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Willis now to throw. He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. up around the 45-yard line.
14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Miami.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
A
line.
lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, here's Willis. He gets this complete to Dulcich. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll run right here. It's Achane. And he broke through the initial contact. Winds up getting about 3. It's second down. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. A run here with Achane. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard.
And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Third and 5. From the pistol, here's Achane.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field. Be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the fourth quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
His kick is good. He got it. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Gonzalez. After the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This is first and 10. They'll drop to throw. A quick slam taken by Chase. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9 yards.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
A gain of 11 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Burrow now to throw on first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. And right away, you can point.
Over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you. That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
In trouble, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Throwing Willis. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really in a fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jets offense make their way out to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, Smith. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's into the end zone. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, New York. That's his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
His kick is good. Makes the score Jets 28, Dolphins 9.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at him. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now, faking the give. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
throws here down the field will fall incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Got a man, that's Tolbert. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
That's good.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
3rd down and 9. Throwing, Willis. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he's in. Ollie Gordon. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Makes the score Jets 28, Dolphins 16. Zane Gonzalez.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. To throw is Smith. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. Room to run past midfield. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 29.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
That's out quickly to Mitchell. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Here with Hall, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10, and the Jets have a first down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Now it's Oz to the left. Here comes Hall. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, New York. Greg, it's the court, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column.
So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals.
The end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board.
And this is going to be a win for the visitors, the Lions. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much. So it's a win for the Colts. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away. To throw, here's Willis. That one into the hands of Atwell. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That has played good for 22. First down, Miami.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can.
And he will score! Javon Achan, touchdown Dolphins. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 17.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here is Bell on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to get back to work. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Ground. It's Cook to start this drive. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
Dotson on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Second down and 8. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Bills first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A short throw caught by Kincaid. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down. Again, it's Allen to the air. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Khalil Shakir, the intended target. It's second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
That one, good for 18 yards, and to the 18-yard mark.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown,
but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
As his kick is good, and the Bills will go up by 7. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, he takes off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He's got the tight end. That's Greg Dulcich. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
17 yards.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd. So good decision. Just throw it away.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Willis. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And that is incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Allen going to give it to Cook. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Once again, it's Cook. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Allen. That is caught. What a throw. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They use a little home cooking here.
Too often in today's NFL.
From the gun, it's Gina. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. So this one, a win for the visiting Jets. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory.
That they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
So mile-high salutes all around. It's over. On the ground, here is Manunga. And he's in. get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved.
Three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Love. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Brings up second.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Pass over the middle attempt, but he still brings it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Love will sneak it. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Love this time is going to set up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10. Love now. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Packers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
return.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Willis. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
That is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Willis now off play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Willis. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Willis will look to throw it. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw, here's Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Packers 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the
but correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5. To the air again, Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he won't get there. They stop him up. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football. And I bet they...
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Charger ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you would love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
On the return, here's Washington. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. To throw, here's Willis. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing, Willis. This one complete to Atwell. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of 15 yards.
15 yards through the air. Good for a Dolphins first down.
1st and 10.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
Here's Willis. He finds Bell. That's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
2nd and 10. Dulcich now brought in motion. Willis now to throw. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. Atwell sent in motion here. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. First down, Miami.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
And he will score! Game on! Brad Dulcich, touchdown Miami! Gonzalez now for the point after.
Extra point.
Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return is McConkey. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Hampton. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Now a play fake. Herbert over the flag, and he lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. On the run to the right. And good work defensively to stop this one after a gain of 5. And it will be 4th and long.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Willis. Patch over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Well run. with H.N. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
To throw is Willis. Now a screen set up for H.N. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And the Chargers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
A give, and here comes Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And off the deflection, it is taken in. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
That's to the tight end, Kohler. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
First and 10.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. To throw, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Johnston. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
13 at the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Third and 6.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. Pistol here for Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. Now Willis. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Tolbert. He's got it again. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Motion man is Bell. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain. So it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
He'll let this go. deep shot for Atwell. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel.
As opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Once again, it's Cook. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Buffalo.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard
A little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the fourth quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I can really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throw them the ball. And for the most part of the game, it's continued to work. This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and you're able to convert.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bills first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, throw here for Allen. To the goal line and in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. 2 touchdowns for is about done. give, it's Henderson. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And they'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
In motion goes Dobbs. May to throw on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Christian Barmore in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. On the ground, here is Henderson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Set up the screen, out wide, it's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, Get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Working out of the gun, it's May. That one's to the end zone, but incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time.
2nd and goal.
And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Henderson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Next to score, Patriots 24, Dolphins 21.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. Now, faking the give. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Henderson. And And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On first down, they go back to Henderson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with May. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Well, they hook up again, second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Out of the gun, here's May. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Patriots. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Patriots 31, Dolphins 21.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Yeah! He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. Oh, yeah. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. On the carry, it's Achane. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Willis to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That's Christian Barmore working his way in for the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now thrown deep for Bell. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They'll run. It's Henderson. And he gave one man the slip and going to take this one forward. Pick up the 3. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Again, it's Henderson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Results in a 4th
And on
down.
3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop and falls incomplete.
48-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Dolphins 21.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. Whoa! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Throwing, Willis. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. Time is an issue. 1 timeout, 2-minute warning to work with, but they need points. 1st down and 10. Pistol snap to Willis. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Taken down back at the 50-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Now thrown deep for Bell. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing now on third and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here we go. This is fourth down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Only one timeout remaining for the defense. Here's May to throw it on first down. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up